Hi friends, welcome back to What They Don't Say. So the other day I was scrolling Instagram and I was going through Instagram stories and I saw this story of like, there was a guy in the snow or something and it said therapy, period.
I thought you were going to tell a joke or something. Now you're just putting me on the fucking spot.
And it was funny because I was like, well, that's actually funny because that's not therapy. And then I was like, holy shit, it's Lauren with a boy.
Hold up. I just want to say something. There are many different forms of therapy. Going outside and being in nature is 100% a form of therapy. There are scientific research articles that talk about the healing powers of being in nature. So, I just want to say that.
I don't doubt that. I believe that. I've heard about these things too, but it was particularly funny because I think we need to air a little bit of our laundry, just the slightest amount of like Lauren and I have had discussions about her going back to therapy. And I was going to slide up on the story and say like,
but I did go to therapy.
Well, but I was going to slide up on the story and be like, hey, so when I talked about you going to therapy, like I wasn't meaning this of like you with the boy in nature. But I didn't. Instead, I said something else.
You're telling me that being in nature with boys is not therapeutic?
I'm saying it's a form of therapy, but it's not the type of therapy that I was specifically referring to.
I understand that. But honestly, speaking of that, there is, I don't know if I think it was like an Outside Magazine's podcast that has like this whole episode on, it's like about bringing women, in specific women trauma survivors, out into like basically like outdoor trips, and how it like actually helped heal forms of like PTSD and like depression and things like that.
Oh, so, I believe it.
Oh yeah.
I'm not discounting any of that.
Yeah. So like if you are someone who has like just, you know, the outdoors have just never been your thing, your vibe, that's totally fair. I don't understand you, actually. I can't relate. But if you've never really like explored that avenue as a way to kind of like help yourself heal and just like learn new perspectives about your trauma and about your healing processes, I highly recommend it.
So with this, we have two avenues. We can dive into the actual therapy that you're in or this alternative outdoor plus a boy therapy. Just that it's an update. It's an update.
We're doing an update, a life update. I think we need to like go back to September.
Maybe August.
I don't know, because like I have things that I haven't told you.
We're going back to the 21st night of September.
What?
It's a song.
Oh.
Do you remember
the 21st night of September?
Yeah, see, there you go. You may speak.
Okay. Wait, I honestly don't think I told you this.
Well, it would make sense because we weren't really talking.
Do you know
months.
like the Fletcher song "Sex with My Ex"?
Oh, of course,
it's a good song, right?
No, I'm actually gonna get really upset. Continue.
Well, I can relate to that song a lot.
Oh no, Lauren.
I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous right now.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Okay. Lauren and I didn't talk for several months. Okay, we're back to talking. We're like back on track with figuring out our relationship. We don't need to go in depth with that. Lauren did date one of my friends from college.
Does not have to do anything with him.
We're not talking about that ex.
No.
Oh. Well, honestly, then I feel better about the ex that you're probably.
Absolutely not.
Oh, do I feel better?
I did see him, but I told you that. But the second I saw him, I was like, yeah, I have no feelings for you. That's mean. Okay.
I think that's actually not what you told me after you saw him. You were like, he's perfect, but I just can't do that.
No. Like from a like how he is personality wise, so amazing and great and caring. But it was like one of those things, you know, like you see an ex and you're like, oh, I'm either gonna have all these feelings come up, or like you're gonna kind of realize that it was like the right decision and like
to leave. Yeah, that's true.
And like it was like immediately when I saw him, I was like, it was 100% the right decision to break up with him.
Well, that's good, I guess.
But I think it was like more of a like, what's wrong with me? He's so nice and whatever, you know? And then you're like, oh.
Like when somebody's so good that you want to like them, but you're just not there anymore. Okay.
But I think that like, especially like here in this space, you know, we talk about being in like really abusive relationships, or just like, you know, relationships where you've been cheated on, or just like bad things happen. You've, you know, been spoken to in such abusive, terrible degrading ways, or you know, you date narcissists, whatever it might be, and like you experience that. Then when you experience someone who actually just like treats you well, I think you so badly want to like latch onto that and like fall in love with them and like them and have all these like strong feelings for them, because like they're so good and they treat you so well, and it's like actually relatively healthy. So then like when you don't do that, you feel like there's something wrong with you, because you're like,
why am I not drawn to the healthy thing?
Yeah, like why am I not drawn to the person that like actually treats me like a fucking human being who has emotions?
Right.
But yeah, I think that was like really hard thing. That was the hardest thing for me to get over. I was like, well,
like,
I guess, yeah, update. I broke up with someone in July. That's who we're talking about. If you have not.
And she had spent about a year with them, like not a year like together dating, but like you had been seeing them for about a year.
Yeah.
And it was, I would say it was like the first person who treated you really well, and someone who had just like good intentions. They were like a good person. They were just somebody who wanted to love you.
Yeah.
And I would say like for a while in the beginning, like you were giving them the love back, and you were like very accepting of that good positive energy and what they were giving you. And then it turned sour, and that was when you started doing all the stuff where it was like it's not like you weren't deserving of it, like you were just acting like
I wasn't.
you weren't matching the energy, frankly. And like
no.
it's kind of, to me it looked like you weren't ready for like the health and wellness almost.
I don't know. I think from like the very beginning, I like got caught up in how good I was being treated and like how healthy it was. But even like a couple months into the relationship, like really started to realize we weren't a good fit. But I like wanted to ignore that because it was healthy for the first time. Like I was in like a healthy relationship. And so I think I just like brushed that to the side for a long time. And then like eventually I just couldn't ignore it anymore.
Right.
Like it was just becoming like too prevalent and too like it was just seeping into our daily lives. And like I was just becoming like super unhappy. And like I felt that impacting me, but I also felt that like I just wasn't myself. You know what I mean? Like I just I just wasn't I just wasn't super happy with it. I felt super guilty about that. I didn't know how to break up with him, and I kept like drawing it out because I was like too scared to face the music.
Yeah, when it was like it was time to go.
Yeah. And I definitely like drew it out for like way too long, like months.
It's same with like jobs. Like there can be like jobs or even like college where there's like a really good job that's like it's a great opportunity, like it's good pay, it's a good learning environment, but it's not the right fit for you. Just because something is good and healthy doesn't mean it's right for you, which is how I feel about broccoli.
Literally,
it's good and healthy, but I don't think it's for me.
Yeah, it's just like, I think it's so hard when you've like been in this space of like abuse and things like that. So like you then aren't even like thinking about the other person. You're just like, what is wrong with me? And like, why can't I just like, you know, like someone who like treats me well? And I like, it doesn't even have to do with that. It's like, it was such a good learning experience because then I was like, oh, this is how I should be treated.
Right.
But like now let me go find someone who's actually like the right
good fit
for me, who also treats me like this or better. And so like, that's such an important thing to remember, is that out of all these relationships, whether it was like good or bad or, you know, toxic or healthy, there's always so much to learn. That like took a little while for me to like forgive myself
for not loving.
Well, not even that, but just like forgive myself for like drawing it out and like also not like being the best version of myself
For him, right. And
for like my friends and things like that. And then like realizing that there was so much to learn from that relationship, and that was such a good thing. And now I'm like, okay, like I have been in a good, healthy relationship where I was treated right. Now I can take that
into the next relationship.
Yeah.
Like it should always build. That's the thing. Like if you're like getting into a relationship that's unhealthy after being in a healthy one, we're downgrading. We're not doing that anymore. We're not doing that. It should just keep building, keep learning. And obviously that's not how it always works, but it's how it should work.
And I think that like we've both experienced that pretty extremely.
Yeah.
There have been large like jumps from like exes to like, you know, current partners, and it's hard to fucking get there.
It's
like
hard.
It really is. And I think that's like why we settle too. Like we get in a relationship and we're like, it's fine.
Right.
What if I never get what if it never gets better than this? And then
See,
you just
I don't even like, I've never thought about the like, what if it never gets better than this? It's just like, well, this is where I am. And like, especially with the unhealthy ones, there's that like huge up and downs that I imagine are very similar to doing like lots of drugs, where like if you're in the unhealthy relationship, the low is really low and the high is really high. So that space in between, that jump, feels so good. Whereas in a healthy relationship, all of a sudden you don't have that big jump from low to high. Like the graph is basically just maybe going up a few points in a healthy relationship, and the base is not a low, it's just a normal.
Yeah.
Any hoosers. So you had sex with your ex. Do you want to share which one? We'll bleep it out, but
You know which one.
it was
Fuck. I think it was good though. It was a good thing.
okay. In this next segment, it will be Lauren justifying why sleeping with your ex could be a good thing. Ready, set, go.
Okay. So
If you want to feel justified, this clip's for you.
this is not always the case, and I still am not even sure if this is how I feel. But today
You slept with your ex.
Today I'm deciding that it was a good thing that I slept with him. 3 days ago, I wasn't thinking it was a good thing that I slept with him. But
Wait.
today I'm just going with it was a good thing. I really am flip-flopping.
Wait, I need like a little bit of a timeline if you
Yeah,
could
yeah,
give
I got
that.
you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Sorry,
So,
continue.
It was in September.
The 21st night?
No, I wish. That'd be crazy. I think it was September 7th. And I remember this because when I hung out with him, he was like, oh my gosh, I like looked, he was like, I never go on my Snapchat anymore, but like I went on my Snapchat today, and
Of course he did.
yeah, of course.
Sorry. This
Of course.
man's, I need to tell the people, this man's always like, oh, the stars just happen to collide with us. Like, they literally just forced our bodies together. Like, this is so, we must take advantage of it. Sorry. Like, it just happened to be this way.
Okay.
So he happened to go on Snapchat.
He was like, I just realized that it was 7 years ago today that we like went on our first date ever.
I'm sorry. Wow.
Which,
so
like,
did he
is-
like snap message you, or this is a text?
No, this is in person.
What?
Like I happened to be with him on this day.
Wait, why were you?
Because I
together?
was in where he lived. I was like in the same city as him. So I told him
Why were you in the same city as him?
because I was with in Arizona.
Oh, okay.
I was visiting my cousin at college.
Oh. This was when you were on your way here.
Yes.
Oh.
On my road trip.
Oh. Okay, continue.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, yeah, he like makes this comment. He's like, and it is kind of like, it definitely is like a weird coincidence.
Yeah, that is kind of
Like that was super weird. Like it was 7 years ago that day that we had gone on our first date. That was kind of wild. Like I let him know I'm in town. I'm like, hey, like we can grab dinner or something. And so he like picks me up. We like go to dinner. We like hang out. We chat. It's like super fun, super nice, super casual.
Does he pay for dinner?
Yes.
Ooh. So it's a date. I'm just being dramatic. Keep going.
I
I'm just the peanut gallery. So he pays for dinner. Dinner was good.
Yeah, dinner was good. We went to like this like really cute like little like marketplace that had a cafe in it. I don't know. Turns out
Nice.
it's one of my mom's favorite restaurants in Tucson, which was
Of course
kinda
it
weird.
is.
Of course.
Of
So
course.
many coinky dinks. I hate it. And then he's like, asked me what I want to do, and I'm like, oh, I don't care. Like we grab a drink or something. And he knows that I really like dive bars, so we went to this like super shitty dive bar.
Nice.
And it was like really fun. We just like got beers, hung out, chatted more, and then went to like this like really cool cocktail bar that was like in this like cool old house.
Oh.
And then like
So now we're like 3 drinks deep, I'm guessing.
yeah.
Okay.
So now we're like at our third destination, and this place is like literally a house. We're in this like library thing that like has a couch, and we're like both like drinking margaritas and just like talking and chatting, like everything's normal. But like we're like sitting next to each other.
So you're basically having sex.
Pretty much. And he has his arm, you know, like this. He's not like
For those listening, it's just like, you know, it's on the couch next to him. It's like
it's
kind of
like
near
resting
you.
there. It's not like touching me, but it's like there. Get in the car. It's not like that late. I've only had a couple drinks. Like it's nothing crazy. And I'm like, what are we doing? He's like, oh, I'm gonna take you home now. And I was like,
to
oh.
where you were staying, your respective residence for the evening.
Yes.
Okay.
So like my cousin's apartment. He was like, I'm gonna take you home, and I was like, damn, fuck. Like,
Because you were thinking something was going to happen.
yeah. Like
Okay.
I was kind of like, oh, it would like he's one of those people that like I just really needed to fuck.
Oh. Why? What led you to that conclusion? Sexual tension, the fact that there had been
Yeah,
lots
like,
of thinking about it for many months, like...
It's been something that I've
Something
been thinking
else.
about for like the past 4 years. And for people that like well, most people do not know any of this, but it's like we had been talking on and off since we broke up 4 years ago. Like it has never really stopped. It's always just been like this like thing, or like we just like see each other when we're both home. Nothing has ever physically happened between us since then, but it was like kind of always just there. And then like we almost slept with each other like 2 Christmases ago when I had a boyfriend. So it was like really bad. Anyways, so there was just like a lot of this like weird tension that had been between us for a really long time. And I was like, I just like have to sleep with this man. Yeah. So anyways, he says, I'm going to take you home. And so then like, I'm like having that thought of like, fuck, all right, damn. But then like literally 1 second later, he goes, well, actually, no, I'm going to take you back to my home.
Oh. But you hadn't actually voiced your your unhappiness at that point. Okay.
Nope. He just like was like, no,
he
actually,
read the vibes. He knew it was the assignment.
Maybe, I don't know, I guess. So like we go back to his house, we hang out, we're like talking on the couch for like a very, very long time, but it all feels like super surreal. Like it's like I had wanted this to happen for 4 fucking years, so I was like, this is weird that this is happening right now.
And you knew. You're like, this is it. Like we're gonna have sex. Like you knew.
Yeah.
At this point. Okay.
I was like, there has to be. Because like every single time we've seen each other, like one of us has been in a relationship.
Oh, yeah. That's the other part about all this.
Never a time like we could just like kind of fall into each other. And like this was the time. And I just like, I knew it. And like, I think it would have happened sooner, like when he came to Boulder. But there was like all like the bullshit.
Frankly, I mean, you already know my opinions on this man. I don't need to express them.
So like, yeah, we sleep together. It's great. Good times.
And then he takes you back home. You stay the night. Like,
then,
is it like awkward? Is it good? Was it everything you had hoped and dreamed of? Was it a letdown because you've been thinking about it for 4 years? Like,
it was good. Like
okay.
it was
like fine.
It was comfortable. It was fun. Like it was like very solid sex.
Okay.
Yeah, we like go to sleep. I cannot fucking sleep. I start spiraling.
Oh no. What? Why?
Because I was like, oh fuck. Like I knew I had feelings for him. Maybe I shouldn't have done this. This was a bad idea. Like,
and of course he's like sleeping peacefully after having a good night.
Yeah. And I am just sitting there in his bed and I'm like, this was such a bad decision. Like I should not have fucking done this.
Post-nut clarity going crazy on both ends.
Yeah. I was like losing my fucking mind because I knew I still had feelings for him. I had known I had feelings for him for like the like past 4 years. Like I knew it. Like he was one of the reasons that I have like sabotaged relationships, things like that, because like they were never him. Like I knew that it was bad. It was a bad idea.
It's a dangerous place to be.
I immediately was like, I fucked up. I should not have done this. I flew too close to the sun.
Oh.
Yeah. And so like finally I get some sleep. I wake up the next morning and I'm still spiraling. And I'm like, maybe I should just talk to him. Like have a open conversation that this is how I'm feeling. But I was so scared.
Isn't it funny that we're like, you know, you can put your penis inside me, but I won't have an open conversation.
Yeah, literally. We're like sitting on his couch. We're like talking about stuff. I tell him how I feel, but it's like, what good was it going to do? You know, like we don't live in the same place. We're not going to date. Like, I think there's always been this idea of like, oh, maybe one day, like we'll like give it a shot again. Like we've both been very attached to each other for so long that like maybe it just is something that needs to happen, see what see where it goes kind of thing.
Just try to make it work or something.
It's just one of those things where it's you're gonna spend the rest of your life wondering if you never try kind of thing.
Yeah.
But we're still in different places. We're still like not like nothing has changed. When you get back with an ex, I think you're kind of always trying to prove that you are a different person than you were when you were dating. For me, I was like, am I intrigued by the idea of him or actually him?
Yeah.
Because it's not like I've spent a ton of time with him in the past like 2 years.
Yeah,
like
it's
I've
hard
seen
to know
him.
who he really is.
Yeah.
And even if you sit and you talk for 8 hours, you still don't know who someone is because you haven't seen them for like you just haven't spent enough time.
You just really don't know who they are anymore. And you know, obviously it was a conversation that like didn't really like lead anywhere, and I didn't think it would, but at least I like talked about it.
Right.
At least I like got that off my chest. Afterwards, like I kind of just realized that the whole night was so fun, but the whole entire time was trying to prove to him that I'm a better person than I used to be, which I absolutely am, because I'm not an immature like
You're not in high school.
18-year-old girl anymore, and I've like learned a lot about life, and I've gone through so much shit. Like, obviously I'm not the same person I was at 18, but like I shouldn't be sitting in front of someone trying to prove that to them the entire fucking time. And it's not like he was making me feel like I had to. Like, I'm fully aware that it was me like creating that in my mind, but it was just like, that kind of sucks. Like,
it's also like an interesting subconscious message though. Like, even if you don't think that he's making you feel that way, like, why are you having to prove to yourself to him? Sorry, prove to him that you're that you're different.
You know, like at the end of the day, like I like the person that I have become. I don't need to prove that to anyone. And like, if I'm spending time around someone and I feel like I do, what the fuck is the point of that?
Yeah. So
I felt like shit.
Yeah, you didn't feel good, but you were like, okay, I'm coming back to Colorado. Like, I'm starting my life again here.
Yeah.
Was it something that you thought about and you like actively regretted sleeping with him afterwards, or was it something you tried to like push away? Like, what was sort of the thing? Because like, you have to face the music, and like the thing is like, I've hooked up with exes before, like healthy ones, unhealthy ones. Like, I've almost actually, I don't think I've never like not gone back and hooked up with an ex. Now I'm thinking about it. And like in the moment, I always remember it being this thing of like, oh my gosh, this is like so scandalous, like it's with my ex, and I know in the moment too, like this is gonna suck later, and so I just try to like embrace it fully, and then later I'm like, ooh, that was probably a bad decision. I even feel like a little embarrassed about it sometimes, and I just try to like move on and like hope that that's the last time I do it, so I don't have to feel whatever I'm feeling after once again.
I did feel kind of embarrassed, which is so odd because like it takes two to tango.
Yeah.
Like, it was both of us.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't like I threw myself at him. And even if I did, like, I didn't like fully regret it, but I was just like, I don't fucking know. Like, this is super weird. But, you know, I had a nice 6-hour drive right after that.
By yourself.
By myself. So I did a lot of reflecting and a lot of crying. Okay. I was crying my fucking eyes out. But like, it did help me like come to that realization of like, I sat in front of someone for like 8 hours and the entire time was like trying to prove to them something. Like, that's not fucking fun. That like, like I like had a good time, but I didn't really realize I was doing that until like
later. Yeah.
But it was like, once I kind of realized that, I was like, ugh, like, I just don't know how I feel about that. Like, that doesn't feel great. And so that's why I'm kind of like, I don't know if it was a good thing or a bad thing, because it has helped me realize some things.
Right.
But it's also like made me spiral.
Can I guess why you think it might be a good thing?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Because you had said like up until like today, you decided that it's a good thing that you did that. And the thought that came to my mind was, is it a good thing because the past 4 years you've been thinking about it, and now like the thoughts became reality, and now that you're spending time with somebody new, you're no longer thinking about it because it's already been a reality, and so now you can like let go of needing to sabotage whatever's going on now.
Yeah, I think that's definitely
I don't
part
know.
of
It was
it.
just a thought.
No, I think that is part of it, because I think that like I don't know what is going to happen in the future. Obviously, in this present moment, there isn't this like lust that used to be there.
Yeah.
So
That makes sense.
that's a win.
Let me take that.
I'll take that.
Sometimes it needs to happen. I've slept with exes for like a power thing. To be like,
So have I.
like, oh, you'll never have me again. Like, you're not good enough to date me, but like, you're good enough. You're a good fuck.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I was thinking about this, like the role reversal of like becoming the fuck boy is not a good thing. But in college, I used to catcall men, kind of. I mean, what do you call it? Catcalling? I'm not sure. But as a woman, like, you know, we get catcalled all the time. Like, it's like a frequent thing of like just somebody saying something that you don't know when you're walking down the street. And it's like kind of really annoying. Sometimes you're like, yeah, I feel good. And other times it's a thing of like, that's really weird that a stranger just thought that was okay. And so in college, I took it upon myself to yell out the window of cars, nice cock, at hot men that I saw passing by.
They probably loved that.
I mean, they might have liked it. But anyways, it's just like an interesting thought of like becoming the fuckboy, or like becoming the thing that men like constantly are, but like doing it as a woman is like a totally different, like it totally changes the dynamic and like the way you think about things. And I'm not suggesting that everybody goes out and just starts like catcalling men.
No, it is interesting. It's just like, oh, like if women talked about men the way that men talk about women,
Sometimes we do. Sometimes when I watch TV shows, I'm like, wow, look at that man.
But like, that's not, I just mean like, there were just like some really, you know, like those Instagram accounts that'll like do that. They're like, if women talked about men the way that men talk about women in this setting, and insert setting, and it's like fucking hilarious because it's like crazy. It's like, if you ever heard women talking about men like that, you would be like so appalled. But men do it all the time, you know, and it's just like normal.
Moving backwards, you've been talking to your new boy.
This is gonna be such a weird parallel because we were just talking about my ex. I needed to get that out of my system.
Sometimes you need to do it.
Yep.
I mean, it's the same way that like I've talked about like some people don't want to sleep with anybody after being assaulted. For me, like I wanted somebody else to be inside of me. I didn't really care who it was as long as it just wasn't a rapist.
Yep.
Sometimes you just gotta like get stuff out of the system or in the system or whatever.
Yeah, and they're all normal responses.
Yep.
I do think that like, sorry, going back to this, I do think though that it's interesting that like he was like basically the guy I was with like around the time of the assault. So it was like, it felt like the only
like a certain
safety net type of thing that I had. And like he helped me leave school and things like that, and was like a support system. And I think I still feel that to this day, which I know.
I feel like people like that, there will always be a connection with.
Yeah.
Like to some degree. I can't really imagine like the people that I've had or the person that I had something similar with. Like I can't imagine ever not thinking about them.
Yeah.
But for me, the way I think about them has just changed over time.
Yeah, definitely.
Into a much like healthier like way, because I have a boyfriend and it would be like disrespectful to be like, you know. Yeah. Anyways. So Lauren is talking to a new man, and his nickname is...
I don't know.
Is he older?
Yeah.
I think he's older.
Totally older.
How much older?
He's 30.
Whoa. Well, how old are you?
I'm 24. It's not like that weird.
That's not that weird.
Like all my friends in grad school are like between the ages of 28 and 32.
Yeah, I don't think that's weird. And older men sometimes are better. They can be worse, but they can also be better because they can be more mature.
So much more mature. I feel like a lot of guys that are around our age, like they're like finally starting to get into a more emotionally mature intellectual space, but still can be kind of except for your boyfriend.
My boyfriend's so different.
He's so
special.
he's very special. We'll call him Pilot Man.
Oh God, he flies. Oh, I don't like that.
I know you don't like that.
Okay, justify him. Let's go.
Justify him. Okay. So, like, do you want like the whole rundown? Like,
I just want like, tell me, what does he do? How'd you meet? Why are you dating? How long have you been talking for?
We are dating.
Okay, so he's your boyfriend.
Yes.
Here's a big test for everybody. Do your parents know?
Yes.
Whoa!
But that was a very recent thing. Okay, so this has all happened really fast. After I got out of my last relationship, I like was decided I wasn't going to be in a relationship for a very long time. I wasn't going to date anyone for a very long time. But then this guy like walked into my life, and I was like, fuck, okay, maybe my whole plan's fallen out the window. Yeah, we met at work. We would like kind of interact, and every time we interacted, like we just couldn't shut the fuck up. Like we just like would talk and talk and talk and talk. And then we had this like huge company party, like huge, hundreds of people were there. It was crazy. And like I showed up with some of my like other friends from work, and then like he was there. We hadn't really like talked, like we just like briefly had conversations throughout random work days.
Yeah.
This party was like so overwhelming. There were so many people there. Like I obviously didn't know anyone because it was like a public party.
Yeah.
Like we just like opened it up to the community too.
Yeah.
And he like saw me, immediately walked over to me and like started talking to me, and I was like, oh, like, okay, hello. Like, whatever. And I like stayed for a little while, but I just like am so socially anxious and awkward that like, I can't, like being at huge crowded spaces like this is just so much for me.
Yeah, Lauren doesn't like them.
No, I do not like them at all. So I was like, okay, like I think that, you know, I've been here for like an hour and a half. Like I don't need to be here anymore. I'm like, I want to leave. And then this guy he like is like with one of his like best work friends or whatever, and he's like, oh, like there's a dive bar down the street, like let's just like the three of us, like let's just go like play beer. Let's go play beer, let's go play pool and like drink beer, and like it'll be chill. And I was like, okay, like sure. So we go over there, we're like hanging out, playing pool, and then like all of our like coworkers and friends show up. And like we'd been there for a while, so I was like, okay, like I'm gonna head out. Like it's getting late, I have work in the morning.
Right.
Peace out. So I leave, but like I'm walking out, and then like one of my bosses and then like a couple of my coworkers were like, you can't fucking leave. Like you're not leaving, come back. So like, okay, so I like walk with them back into the bar, and then pilot guy man is like leaving, and then he sees me, and I'm like, oh, like I'm actually gonna stay, and he's like, oh cool, like I'll stay too. Yeah. Let me buy you a drink. And I was like, okay. So then we're like hanging out with a bunch of people, and then I'm like, okay, now I'm actually leaving. And so then I start getting ready to go, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna head out too. But then my friend Dinah's like, oh, I'm gonna head out. And so then like the three of us all walk, and then like I like go home, whatever. Like fast forward, we like talked about that night, and he was like, yeah, I was so mad when Dinah like walked with us because I really wanted to walk you to your car. And I was like, that's funny. But I still wasn't gonna do any, like I was like, I'm not gonna date anyone. Like he's like super nice and like fun, but like whatever, I'm not doing that. I also had no idea if he was actually into me or
yeah, it's hard to know, I think, sometimes.
So that was that. And then like, yeah, we would like interact at work, and it would be like, it was very obvious we got along very well, like from any outsider who like was like witnessing us interact. And we would like randomly have lunch at the same time, and so we would interact more like that. Okay. And then one day I'm at home like on one of my off days, and I get a DM on Instagram.
Oh my goodness.
And
he slid in.
He slid in. And we had this like running joke about his lunches, which I like honestly can't even explain at this point.
That's okay.
But he like sends me a photo of his lunch.
Okay.
And then like says something like, it's a shame you're not here to like make fun of my lunch or something. I don't remember. And I was like, huh.
And then you knew he was interested.
I was like, that's interesting. And then we like started talking. I like gave him my number, and we just like started texting. And it was like slow roll. You know what I mean? Like we would text here and there. It was like fun. But then all of a sudden we started texting like every fucking second of every single day, having like the best fucking conversations I've ever had over text.
He's like obsessed.
What?
He's obsessed. It's just like a joke. Like, never mind. Keep going. I'm just trying to interact here. I
don't know. I think we both were a little.
You're both liking each other. Okay, so you're texting a lot.
We hadn't even hung out. Like it was literally like, it was like over the weekend. Like, I hadn't seen him at work or anything. It was just like constant communication, but it wasn't like stupid conversations. Like we were having like conversations about world history and shit. Like it was really just bizarre. And he was like making me like outwardly laugh like while I was like reading texts, you know?
So it was a good time.
It was a good time, and it was just texting. That's happening, and I'm like, I don't know, like maybe we should just like hang out. But I was like casual. I was like, let's go play pool at that bar like after work. Tuesday night, we like go and play pool. But this pool game, one fucking pool game, lasts like over an hour because we just cannot shut the fuck up in between shots.
Okay. Lots of talking.
Like it's just so much fucking talking. And then we're like, we should like go get dinner. So we go get dinner, and we just like cannot stop talking. We like practically close this restaurant down.
Cute.
Like it's just like,
and at this point you definitely know, like you're definitely interested, like you know that you like him, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I was like okay, like this is new, this is fun. Like I've never had a first date type thing like this ever. Okay. Like it was just so like great. Just so communicative, so much fun. Like we just got along so well. Like yeah. It was just, I was 100% myself, 100% confident right off the bat. Which I don't think I've ever felt that way ever with a guy. Yeah. And then yeah, so we like basically closed this restaurant down, and it's like snowing outside. It's not like we can like, you know, there's nothing else to do. It's like 11 o'clock on a fucking Tuesday. And you can tell that neither of us want like the night to end. Of course. You know what I mean? Like we're both like, what should we do? You can just tell no one wants the night to end. And so finally I was like, fuck it. And I was like, I cannot invite this man to my apartment, partly because I have a small apartment and I have a roommate who sleeps with her door open. That is kind of insane. Sorry. That's actually really crazy. Okay, she has 2 cats.
Like that's really nice. Like
So she like wants somebody to be able to come in and out of her room, but holy shit, it actually stresses me out so much because like, oh, I love her. She's the best fucking roommate and friend anyone could ever ask for. But anytime I'm like getting up before her, anything, I get so stressed out because I'm like, oh my god,
Does
don't
she
wake
listen
her
to
up.
like brown noise or anything?
Nope.
Okay, well, sorry, maybe this is controversial, but if you're gonna sleep with your door open, you just have to know that you're probably gonna be woken up all the time
Yeah.
if you have a roommate.
Yep.
She should start playing brown noise. Maybe that'll make you feel better.
Maybe.
Bring it up to her.
I don't
love
know.
brown noise. Brown noise, for anybody that doesn't know, is just a deeper tone version of white noise, and I sleep with it every night. Anyways.
But yeah, so I was like, I can't invite this man back to my apartment. I'm also not gonna like sleep with him. Like I've already like made these decisions in my head. I was like, I'm not dating anyone. I'm not gonna sleep with him. But like I want to keep hanging out with him. But it's 11 o'clock on a Tuesday night in Boulder, Colorado. Like there's not anything to do and it's snowing out. So then I was like, well, okay, let me play this strategically. I got him to invite me back to his place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we go back to his house and we just hang out. We literally talk in the entire night. We don't even sleep really. We just talk. Nothing happened. Like we just fucking talk all night long.
No kissing? Was there any kissing?
Oh wait, he did kiss me. He kissed
okay.
me at like after we like walked out of dinner.
Okay. That changes the vibe. Once you get the first kiss out of the way, things usually like
Chill out.
Yeah.
I know. That's why he did it. He was like, I don't know. I just had to kiss you. I couldn't invite you back to my house and not have kissed you. It was funny. Pretty immediately, like after that, I was like, this guy's really fun. I'm gonna want to spend a lot of time with him. Little did I know that this was almost 3 months ago.
Okay.
And I have slept in my own bed 12 nights since then.
Bruh. So you're paying rent at his apartment,
Basically, like
Holy
and the
smokes.
only reason that I have slept that many nights in my own bed was because he was stuck in Kansas for a week.
So he doesn't like sleep at your apartment. You only
He
sleep at his.
sometimes does, but like his house is nicer. 'Cause it's like a lot more space and like it's a lot more like private space. So it's just nicer.
Okay, so you've been hanging out kind of nonstop for the past 3 months.
Yeah,
And we
like obsessively been hanging out.
Okay,
with him.
I'm gonna ask you a question. It's for your own protection.
I know.
Why isn't it love bombing? And do you feel any form of love bombing?
No. Why
Okay.
do you ask that question?
Well, I just think that anytime that like it's a very fine line, because like when I first met like my current boyfriend, like it was like obsessed, like constant hanging out, but it didn't feel like love bombing because it felt like very safe. Like it didn't feel like this over boundary of like we're gonna get married and like all of this stuff. Like there was definitely like conversations about things like that early on, but it didn't feel like it was fully like aggressive from his side.
No.
And so I just think like any time that you're getting together with somebody and things move really fast and all of a sudden you're spending like a huge portion of your time with them, it's like one of those things where it's like, oh, ding, 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 double check that this isn't love bombing.
Yeah,
Especially when they're older. Like I had to put it out
I
there.
totally understand. It's been so reciprocal though.
Okay.
Like it's so two ways
Okay.
and so balanced in every single way that like and it has felt so comfortable and safe from the very second
Okay, good.
it started. So no, like it
Okay.
hasn't been like that at all.
That's good.
But it's been like very surprising because I've never like been so comfortable and so myself around a guy, especially like so soon. And I think that's like part of it. I think that when you find someone that you have that with, it's just like you get addicted to that a little bit.
It's relieving.
It's super relieving. He also like doesn't drain my energy at all. And like because I'm
That's
such like
big.
an introverted person, a lot of my friends who I love to death, like when I'm with them, like I'm very tired afterwards. Like it's like a lot. And it's like with him I am like rejuvenated and it doesn't like take anything from me, which is like also a very new feeling too.
Like I remember with people in the past, there was times where you would be like, oh, I'm kind of glad that they're gone. And I was like so confused because I like, when I leave my boyfriend, I'm like, why does he have to go? Like
That's how I feel now.
I can just keep going.
Yeah. I used to like really, really value my alone time and like needed that. And now I'm like, I don't want any fucking space from this man. I don't want any alone time. Like I want to be around him every second of every fucking day. Like
That's
it's
really good.
so weird.
I'm happy for you.
But it took me a while to like actually date him because I was like, I'm not gonna date anyone. And then I was like, this is fucking stupid. I'm basically spending every second of every day with this man and I
Right.
won't date him. Like that's fucked.
Are there any red flags that we're seeing?
No,
It's okay if there are.
literally none.
Well, great.
And I don't think it's because I'm like love blind. Or rose-colored glasses. Like I literally.
I mean, it's okay if, you know. Yeah.
Like I think that we've both been around enough shitty people to like really start to recognize red flags and like he's great. He treats me better than anyone ever has in my entire life. He cooks me so many meals that are so fucking good. I'm like actually eating enough food when I'm with him.
That's really good.
He's so much fun. We like have similar interests, so we like actually do things together.
Okay, instead of just like sit around. That's really good.
Well, it's just like, I don't know, like in my last relationship we didn't really have a lot in common.
Yeah,
and it's like we got along really well, but we like like it just wasn't ever gonna be.
I think you guys had like certain like niche things, but less like actual activities that you guys had in common.
Especially for someone like me, and who I feel like my hobbies are kind of like a lot of who I am. I didn't really realize it until I had it, that like I need someone who like shares that.
How does he make you a better person?
He can like see through a lot of my bullshit.
Ooh.
Which is like very interesting. Like he like pushes me in a lot of different ways. Like I think a really more simple one is that it can be hard for me to like talk about things and communicate things. I know,
really
crazy. Or about like my emotions.
Yeah.
And he's really good at pushing that boundary in a healthy way that doesn't like, I don't know how to describe it. It's not like he's like pushing me in a negative way. He like understands that and like really pushes me to talk about things, even though like he knows it's hard for me. And there have been times when like something has like made me really upset and I haven't wanted to talk about it. And he'll be like, okay, well, like when you do want to talk to me about it, like let me know. And then like 2 weeks will pass and I won't have talked about it. And he'll be like, hey, like that thing that was bothering you 2 weeks ago, like, do you want to talk to me about it? Like, he's super, super good at communicating in a way I have never ever experienced before, and he's like so mature about it,
and it works for you,
and it works so well for me. And he constantly pushes me in that regard. I think he like constantly pushes me to be more like emotionally mature. Like I obviously still have like my struggles, and like there are things that are harder for me, and he understands that and helps me like improve on those things.
Okay, I'm excited for you.
Me too.
And if you're listening to this, Pilot Man, I'm watching you.
I don't know if he should listen to this. We just like talked about me fucking my ex.
I mean, I'm just saying that if he is. I know where you live. Well, I don't, but I'm sure I could figure it out.
Yeah, last week I went to Georgia with him.
Whoa. To meet his family?
I met his entire family, but not because of like it was like, hey, I want you to come down and meet my entire family. It was because his grandfather died.
Oh, I'm
and
sorry.
He was like, this is going to be a tough trip, and if you came with me, it'd be so much better. And it was very fun. But then after that, I was like, I should really tell my parents.
I think that historically your parents don't respond very well to you dating men. And
they only respond well when I'm dating women. I'm just kidding.
I mean, that hasn't happened yet. I don't know if that would go very well. I
don't know.
Yeah, it's just like historically, like I've seen it. Like I think I saw it a lot more this summer when I was living with you, just kind of like their lack of like believability in like a serious relationship is what I would say. And like, I'm not trying to shit on your parents, but I just think like for those listening, like it's a big deal when Lauren tells her parents, because a lot of the time she's not necessarily met with like excitement.
Yeah.
And so when she tells her parents, it's like serious, and she's telling them knowing that it might not be met with excitement.
It was like over the phone. I was talking to my mom. It was very like, I really couldn't read the vibe.
Just like, oh,
they kind of
okay.
like had a feeling I was dating someone. Like they kind of guessed that who was a pilot because of flying planes and stuff. And they've like seen photos or like sent photos to my dad.
Oh, okay. So you've just been like flying with him and stuff. Okay.
And so they like kind of had a feeling already. And then I was just like, yeah, like I'm dating someone. I was so fucking nervous to tell my mom. I was like so awkward. And I was like, yeah, like, and she like, like I basically told her like some of what we just talked about, and she was like, so like, and I didn't tell that he was a pilot.
Yeah.
And she was like, so he just is like an outdoorsy person, like he doesn't have a career path or anything.
Her mom does not dig stuff like that.
Not at all. And I was like, no, he actually has a very cool career path. Very cool, very impressive. And I was like, he's a pilot. I don't know how she felt about that one.
Yeah, it's hard with whole plane crash stuff, I think, in our family. But
it's super hard. I'm sure my dad loves it though. I don't know. I haven't talked to my dad about it. That was scary. But I was like, what's the point of like lying to them or keeping it from them? Like, even if they do meet me with a reaction that's like uncomfortable, at least they know. At least they know what's going on in my life. I haven't told them about like any of my feelings towards him or how great it is. I was kind of just like,
Yeah, this is happening.
Yep, this is it. This is like whatever. Especially because like my mom did say that the next time she wants to meet a man in my life, we better be engaged.
So she's not going to meet him before you're engaged?
So I'm like, that's stupid. What if you fucking hate him?
I think what she means probably is like when there's discussion of marriage, then, you know. I actually had a dream last night that Code Monkey, my boyfriend, proposed to me. But the worst part of it was that, okay, we've like obviously talked about marriage, but like we don't have like a timeline or anything like that. But I'm very specific about things that I don't want. I have no idea what I do want out of a proposal, but things that I don't want. I don't want to be proposed to on the ski mountain because my ski outfit is not cute enough, and my hair, my hair underneath my helmet is also not cute enough post skiing. So like that's something I don't want. In my dream, he proposed to me on a ski lift. Not even on the mountain, on a fucking lift.
That's fucking
I think there was like strangers sitting next to us, and it wasn't even a cute way. And him and I have had discussions about a wedding ring versus an engagement ring. Okay, if you don't know those people, they are two different things.
The engagement ring is the fun, like pretty one.
Like the one with the rock on it, the big diamond. Well, if you're into that.
Yes. A wedding ring is, it's like a band.
That you like, that's the one that you like put on each other's finger on your wedding day. I make jokes about wanting like to carry around my hand in a wagon because I want the diamond to be so big. That's not actually obviously gonna happen. But the point is there's been many discussions about like big diamond, like rock engagement ring, like statement. And in my dream, not only is this man proposing to me on a ski lift with strangers in like a bad way, like no speech or anything, but then he pulls out just like a band. And this is not me shitting on anybody else.
It's just everything you don't want
it was just
in a
like,
proposal.
It was like, he doesn't even know me. Like,
did you tell him about it?
Yes, of course I told him about it. And I was like, how dare you do that to me?
Okay, well, you know, that's just your fears seeping out of your subconscious. He obviously knows you don't want that. I think that's funny because I'm like, I want to be like touring in the middle of the mountains for a proposal. Like...
Haven't changed your underwear in 3 days.
No, not like that. It's like a day touring. You know what I mean? It's like you go out for a few hours. You're in like a very beautiful location. You get proposed to, but you're close enough that you can like hop in the car and drive back, and like your whole family is there, and like you can eat charcuterie and like drink champagne, and it's like so great.
I see. You know? That makes sense.
Yeah. Can't relate on that.
Yeah.
I'm not on like a ski resort mountain.
Yeah.
No, that fucking blows. Cause like there's people around you. Like it's pretty, but it's like not that pretty. Like if you're in the backcountry, it's like you are surrounded by mountains. There's not a lot of people out there.
Yeah.
Like totally different vibe. So I understand that. But wait, that totally reminds me. This is so embarrassing.
Oh.
But on Thursday when we were in Georgia, everyone was like getting hammered. Like it was after the funeral. Like
of course.
This was like
Did you go to the funeral?
Oh yeah.
That's interesting.
Oh yeah, and I looked like a badass bitch. I had a full black suit
at a funeral.
on.
You need to like win.
No, but I wanted to look good. Like I was like meeting his family, and I was like going to a funeral, and I was like, this is kind of weird.
And they're probably all like, she never even knew this woman.
Man,
like,
yeah.
Man, sorry, grandpa.
No,
Sorry.
I was like I like gave his dad a hug, and I was like, you know, like your father sounds like he was such an amazing person. Like I'm so genuinely upset that I wasn't able to meet him.
Good speech.
Like thank you so much for letting me be a part of this and just letting me like meet your family and things like that.
You're like, don't worry, I have experience in funerals.
No, basically.
Before.
No, but like when we were all getting drunk and stuff, like he, like his dad was hammered. I was drunk. He, like everyone was drunk, and so like we were all just talking, and I was like, people were like asking, like, have you been to a lot of funerals? And I'm like, I have dealt with so much death in my life. Like,
yeah, I'm like, don't worry, this is not my first rodeo.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, trust me.
We're actually just using funerals now as fashion opportunities.
It was a fashion opportunity because it was an excuse to buy a new suit, and I love suits. Anyways, yeah, so I was like really drunk, and I like dragged Pilot Man into like the bathroom. Like we were literally in his like grandfather's apartment.
Oh,
I did not remember this until like the next day when we were on an airplane flying back to Colorado, and he told me this. But I was so drunk, and apparently I asked him to marry me.
Did he say yes?
He didn't say like the word yes, but he said yes in a different form. You know what I mean?
Like maybe one day or something like that.
Exactly. Yeah. But I did not remember that until like completely after the fact. And I don't even want to say I was embarrassed. It was fucking hilarious.
Well, I mean, I think it says a lot about how like serious you feel about him.
Yeah. Gross.
Don't do that. You've spent 4 seconds in your bed for the past 3 months because you've been with him. Okay, don't act like all of a sudden you're grossed out by love. Okay,
But wait, yeah.
Are you in love with him? Of course you are. That's what a dumb fucking question that was.
Don't be ridiculous.
Oh,
Lauren's life update. She fucked her ex and then found her husband. Okay, we need to wrap this up. We have been just like fucking rambling. But honestly, this was needed. Now y'all have a better understanding of what's been going on in my life.
Thank you guys so much for listening. We love you. Welcome to season 2 of the pod. If you have any questions, comments, episode ideas, want to share your story, send us an email at whattheydon'tsaythepodcast@gmail.com. Follow us on socials at whattheydon'tsayofficial. Everything will be linked down below. We love you guys so much. Thank you for listening. We'll catch you on the flip side.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Guys.